welcome to another episode of the WoDiva podcast. It's guiding in love and providing opportunity in the world. And that's why we put out the challenge for 20,000 people to gift $50. And that gives us $1 million to begin the charge of eradicating domestic violence. And you say, wow, that won't eradicate, but it will start the ball rolling. This episode, which is episode number 5, we want to talk about that is not my destiny. And when I say that is not my destiny, I wanted to give a little bit of more insight into my journey and why I have such a passion for helping to give the folks that are actually in domestic violence right now and those that have survived domestic violence. I want you to understand that on the other side of survival, there's still a journey, because the journey means that we not only have to, we walk through life with that mindset of someone that has been abused, because that is a trauma. And so the journey of healing, it begins with revealing. And that's a major issue for domestic violence, because oftentimes it is such a stigmatism, or it's like something that you should not be, but there's a lot of shame that's brought to it. There's a lot of embarrassment that goes along with that as well. But in order for us to really eradicate, we have to start at the beginning, and that is revealing. So we're revealing domestic violence, making awareness or bringing awareness to it. We're also processing the trauma. That's the next step, because we have to reveal it, then we have to process the trauma, process through the trauma, and then we execute a plan of recovery. So during our podcast, we're going to bring different ways and different tools and different steps for you to even just start thinking that there is a way out, and there is a way out. There is a hand up, and we want to be that hand up for you. So talking about that is not my destiny, kind of take a little step back a little bit and talk about the accident. I was in a horrible accident, and it left me with major deficits. But I was told, or constantly told by my doctors, that that I wasn't going to be able to do anything again. And when I say anything again, I mean I wasn't going to be able to work. I wasn't going to be able to, I was going to need help with caring for myself and taking care of things because of all of the injuries that I sustained. But what I had in my mind, and I just want to share with you the mindset that is not my destiny. Even though they kept telling me that you have to accept where you are in order to heal, I just couldn't hear it. And I knew that I had more in me to be able to offer or help, or even, more of me pursuing my purpose in life. So I would not allow that to be my destiny. So I just, I go back to my mindset. And I think sometimes just thinking about where you are, and, it kind of helps you to get and make a plan and to get where you're going, because you're kind of like, if you're going to California, or you're going to take a road trip, you got to have a plan, because if I want to get to California, but you don't map out the plan or search where are you going to end up? So you have to, Stephen Covey in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he says that you have to begin with the end in mind. Know where you want to go. So I kind of think about and go back into the mindset. When I was going through, again, with the accident and the recovery period and such, I watched The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. And I can recall sitting there saying, okay, the first time I watched it, I said, oh, okay, I can't take this anymore. They just went overboard. Like, wow, they just went overboard. And then as I saw it the second time, I realized if you map out your own life's journey through the abuse, and, we haven't really dove into it as we continue to unfold. But I said, wow, your pursuit of happiness story, or your journey, not parable to the issues, but those were like back to back to back. So I go back to thinking about, what is your mindset? You have to think, okay, there is a way out of this. There is a plan that I can put into place. There is help available. So I just share that with you about the mindset, and just start thinking about, start thinking in a positive way of where I am, and mapping out the journey of what I need to do to come out of the situation and to live the life that was intended for me. I also would like to just talk just a little bit about, so we can start understanding what verbal and emotional abuse is, because I've talked to several people, and I'm including one of our co-hosts here, Danny, and she'll be up just in one of our other episodes, or she'll be up later today. She didn't really realize that the verbal abuse was abuse, and so oftentimes that happens. You don't even know that you're in an abusive situation. So I'd like to just bring a little bit of light into what verbal and emotional abuse is. One, it's threats of violence, divorce, suicide, reporting you to the police, making you do things that are illegal. All of those things are considered to be emotional abuse. Intimidation, including trying to scare you, using looks, actions, or gestures, stalking you, accusing you of cheating. That's a huge one. Accusing you of cheating, and then sudden mood changes. Destroying property, especially priceless possessions. See, all of these things are designed to tear you down. Isolation, including controlling your activities and belongings. Example, controlling access to your phone. Questioning your activities, preventing you from seeing friends or family. Intense jealousy or different controlling behaviors. I just want to stop there for a second and say, a lot of times women say, oh my God, they take the jealousy as, oh my God, he just loves me so much. Oh, he's jealous because he loves me. You have to think about these behaviors as not being healthy, okay? Threatening or using the children. Example, making partners feel guilty about the children or threatening to take the children. Cruelty to animals and children is another sign. Economic abuse, including preventing you from working or going to work, controlling the finances and money. Treating you like a servant, making all the decisions, defining roles. Emotional abuse examples is putting you down, name calling, mind games, and blaming. Now, it doesn't mean that all of these things are present in your situation, but it just is saying, we're just saying here that if you see any of these behaviors, and we have this little intuition on the inside of us that lets us know when it's not healthy or it's something, our antennas go up, don't second guess yourself, because those antennas are there to help safeguard you. So I just wanted to give you a little bit more insight about what domestic violence is, and and just kind of pull it out into revealing and becoming aware, so that we can start this ball rolling to actually eradicate domestic violence. So again, we want to thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we're not able to bring this information to you and, again, to execute on this plan. So we'd like to thank the Co-op Exchange, who is one of our sponsors, and they are located at 25900 Greenfield Road, Suite 326, Oak Park, Michigan, 48237. And they can be reached at 248-965-2453. And again, Co-op Exchange, if you have, in need of event space, or if you in need, again, a venue for events or classes or lectures or seminars or what have you, if you need of office space or small business support, they also have virtual offices available. So again, it's the Co-op Exchange on Greenfield Road in Oak Park. Also like to thank another sponsor who is also a co-host, Brenda Oldham. She's a financial professional at RAM Insurance and Financial Services. She actually owns RAM Insurance and Financial Services, located at 141 North Milford Road in Suite 101. That's in Highland, Michigan, 48357. And their office is 248-714-5102. And again, we thank you for watching.